This is the 175th episode of CloudFocus Weekly for the last week of April 2014. This episode is titled Real Exploration. CloudFocus Weekly is brought to you by Arkus, and we are hiring. If you are a Salesforce consultant and want to be part of a unique and growing company, send your resume to careers@arkusinc.com. I'm your host, Jason Howard, and joining me, the unhired co-host of CloudFocus Weekly, who just gave me the look of like, why you got to start off like that, is Justin Nelson. Justin, how you doing?
Unhired?
Unhired.
What is that? Does that
Take
mean fired?
Yeah, too many vacations.
Vacations?
Yep.
I've been taking a vacation all year. You've taken 2.
Marriage.
What's that?
I'm just going to use the next 4 podcasts to make fun of you getting married.
But you're already married.
Like,
what is the making fun of?
I don't know. Just
what exactly are you making fun of? What precisely are you making fun of? The list is so long.
Oh my god. Yeah, we won't get into it. But speaking of which, we have an agenda today, as we have most podcasts. For some of these podcasts the next 4 weeks, some will sound like we just did them and they'll be very timely, and others will feel like they're like time capsules and they'll be so perfect.
We're not even going to tell you which ones are which.
Right. This one could be.
This one could be real. It could be fake.
No, I feel like in the beginning of every podcast, we're going to be like, yeah, this one's in the future.
This one's real.
Right. So Justin's going on his honeymoon. Congratulations. So we are going to be trying to we're going to try to bank some podcasts. We've had some suggestions.
Thank you.
I have a couple of suggestions.
Thank you.
And we will go through that. If you have a suggestion, actually go to the Success Community. Justin posted a question in there. Go to the CloudFocus Weekly community group and actually put in. He asked a question. So just like tell us what you'd like to hear, what like us to cover while Justin's away.
Right. Before I go away.
Before you go away.
While I'm away.
But then while you're away, we'll publish the podcast. So there'll be something to
I
publish.
look forward to downloading them while I'm away.
I hope you don't, because your Wi-Fi will cost like $1 billion an hour.
I'll be in the hotel Wi-Fi.
It'll be $1 billion an hour.
No.
Like Venice?
No.
I'm going to tell everybody where you're going.
Venice will be fine.
All right.
I actually have a plan.
Really?
Yeah. I have a plan of attack.
Okay, excellent. My plan of attack is to talk about our agenda.
Let's do it.
We have our blog post of the week, of the du jour, which is up on blog.arkusinc.com, an evaluation of Clicktools, which made the goodie list.
I love the goodie
list.
How's
that? Maybe we'll talk about the goodie. There's a huge flaw in Internet Explorer, which is kind of rocking the little browser world out there. If you deal with the cloud. And Netflix becomes a real channel. Lastly, Dreamforce registration open.
Yeah.
Open.
That's a ripple effect.
So then we'll do our CloudFocus app pick of the week, and then we out. We actually have an interesting one coming up. One of our podcasts in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks will be interesting because we have a topic we're going to dive into that we're going to be doing tomorrow, which we're not going to talk about today, but we're going to talk about after we do it tomorrow, probably next week or maybe on Friday. We'll record the one that will come out weeks from now. So if you can figure that out,
a blog post to correspond
send
with it
an email to timetraveler@arkusinc.com and I'll respond.
You know what's funny is someone will respond to that in the future.
I figured out how you were talking about things in the future. First up, blog.arkusinc.com, an evaluation of Clicktools. So an intrepid blogger who seems to be the evaluation blogger. I don't know why you've got her on.
I don't know.
It's everyone she does is like,
because I realized that's what I was doing to her, and I said I got to stop making you write college papers.
Yes,
she's the one who ends up going to the App Exchange and finding here's top 5 tools to do this,
right,
or here's how to integrate Salesforce with Y. So.
Right.
She got the Clicktools one. I think it's because she's been working on a couple of Clicktools projects.
Yep.
So it's part of the documentation process around how to use Clicktools, what it's good at, what it's how to do certain things, creating surveys, mapping it to Salesforce, syncing it to Salesforce.
So give me I have no idea what you're talking about, Clicktools, because honestly, I have a couple clients who use them, but I have not really done it yet. So personally, so tell me what Clicktools is.
So it's a survey tool.
Okay.
Third-party survey tool that is
Timba surveys,
like any other survey tool out, SurveyMonkey, but this is one of the ones that's been around for a long while, and it's been App Exchange, #1 survey app for 5 years running,
Oh.
and I think even before then.
It's the Conga of survey tools.
It kind of is the Conga of survey tools. They've got 390 reviews with 4.7 stars, which is
pretty good.
Pretty good.
That means
it goes on the App Exchange. I mean, almost 400 reviews, and to be above 4.5, that's really good. It's out of 5. It's not like it's 4.7 out of 10. That would be pretty bad.
That would be bad.
But 390 reviews, even to get that many people to review you, you've got.
I was looking at something the other day for
installs.
a client on the App Exchange, and I found something that had a lot of reviews, and I said that alone, because again, we've had apps out there for years. We ask for reviews, and I feel like I think the permissioner has like 30, and I think the compliance locker has like 11 or something. Even that, you just know how much work it takes to get to that. So to have 300 is a lot. I wonder what the most reviewed app on the App Exchange is. I wonder if that's something we could look up. But anyway,
I'd put a bet on Conga, to be honest with you.
So it's a survey tool, but it's obviously an App Exchange. It's not forced. It's not built on the Force platform.
No.
It's its own thing.
Correct.
Like a lot of these things are, but it integrates with Salesforce.
Tools, credentials. You log into their service. You create forms. They don't have to be surveys. They could be forms that you just put on your website.
So it can be web to anything, or does it have to come? Okay.
It could be like a web to anything kind of situation. You can embed them in your website if you want to. One of the things I was surprised about Clicktools that they didn't do is I would have thought that they would have shipped with a survey object, like survey results or something along those lines. But they don't. You kind of just build your own custom object and go from there.
Huh.
Which I thought was interesting. At least
that's kind of interesting.
I just kind of learned that.
Or you'd think that'd be like another package. Like when you're installing, do you want to install our survey package?
Do you want the survey object?
Maybe they just don't know where.
Cases? I mean, that's the thing, right? They don't know where you want it.
Cases, contacts.
You build out your form, you map it to Salesforce, you set up the sync schedule with Salesforce, and away you go.
Nice.
It's 1-to-1, mapping one question to one field. So it can't do like all that multi stuff.
Right.
But, very well known, very well reviewed survey application on the App Exchange. So, if you're looking to do post support survey cases, I believe it's what Salesforce themselves uses for surveys. I believe when I've seen them do surveys for things, I think
they have a lot of surveys.
Clicktools.
Oh, the partner ones I think are Clicktools because it says Clicktools user is the last modified by
something like that. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, that's at blog.arkusinc.com as well as almost everything else going back almost 4 years. Arkus, the Twitter account, not me, because I'm not the person who controls that account. Let's not get that wrong. I went Arkus. I just did it again. Went back to the first blog post, and it was about. And I posted it the other day. Did it a third time, and not going to get very good at this. But it was like using Google Wave for GTD scrums and project management was our first blog post.
Wonder who wrote that one.
Yeah, back in July of 2010.
Wow.
Come up on 4 years. Even a blog that's open for 4 years is crazy. Yeah,
which is a weekly blog.
So on the bottom, you can just go back in time and hit like 37. You go back to the beginning, and you can even listen to the first CloudFocus Weekly, which is called Cloud Launch.
Probably terrible.
Probably was.
Although maybe not so bad.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, we had the mics, and we had one. I think we shared a mic. Oh, that's terrible.
We had this mic that I'm sitting in front of.
Nice.
I think.
All right. Well, next up is the new flaw in Internet Explorer. So it's on Time Magazine, so you gotta know it's for reals.
Yeah.
Microsoft admits to huge security flaw in Internet Explorer. The big thing about this was it was every version. It wasn't like 9 or 7 or 6 or 5 or 4, 3, 2, 1.
Those versions you shouldn't be using and versions that you'd expect to be using.
Yep.
Back to 6. IE6. Good old IE6.
Which a lot of people don't support anymore.
I don't think 7 or 8 are even supported by much of anything at this point.
This has been like a hackathon we've had the Heartbleed bug and OpenSSL.
Well, this was the Windows XP situation where they're no longer really supporting Windows XP and putting out security patches for it. So this is where most of the damage has been done.
Right.
Is in the Windows XP environment. So I'm not really certain what this does. I read over the article. I don't really necessarily get it, although, there's a vulnerability that allows people to access information. Sounds bad.
It's funny because in the browser wars, which, I mean,
that was the most surprising part. Sorry.
Was
showing was that it showed that while their market shares dropped immensely, it's 10% of browser usage is IE. 10%. Remember when it was like 85, 90, more than that? And it was
crazy.
There's Mozilla out there, and then Google came with Chrome. Safari was out on the PC. It's still like 10%. That's like nothing.
Yeah.
It's like almost nobody uses it.
Chrome has done an amazing job of Chrome and Apple. I mean, Apple does well because it's just built in, and they basically have this huge market share in iPads and iPhones.
Yeah, the mobile.
And then Chrome does a great job of, the desktop. But again, it's a choice for everybody to do Chrome. I don't know. It was one of those things where they just couldn't keep up, and they earned such a bad rep for so many years of just being buggy and slow and not having the features. And now with Chrome just sort of, which I don't think IT people love that Chrome auto updates. It's certainly...
No, you can't like that.
Well, there's certainly stuff that I've noticed, like, oh, that new thing is there, or, ooh, that thing is there, but it's,
I can't even open Gmail in my Chrome browser. I get a loop error.
Really?
Really.
So what do you open it at, Ben?
Safari. It doesn't even open. I can't open Gmail in my Chrome browser. I don't understand it.
I use them both constantly. I mean, Safari and Chrome are just constantly open. I flip the Firefox.
Firefox for my personal Google account.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I log into the partner portal in the Firefox because for a while there it remembered the passwords. The only one I had to do.
My partner portal password.
Safari's gotten much better about passwords. Actually, I've noticed that Safari and the mobile syncing of passwords has gotten much better. It's working all over the place. I go onto my iPad and it's like it's got my passwords for everything, and I both go yes, and then I go ooh wait, that means everybody
lock this down.
Lock this down. Well, I don't know. Browser worlds, the war is over. No one's really come. I mean, Opera came and go. I mean, how many different browsers have tried to come out?
Mobile browsers, Rockmelt.
Yeah. Rockmelt, I remember that. The social browser.
Social browser. This is your social browser.
But Firefox, I think, is just slowly dying. It's really down to IE, Safari, and Chrome.
Yep.
That's it.
I don't think there's many PC users who choose Safari. You're making a choice on a PC, right? It doesn't ship with anything. It ships with IE.
Doesn't iTunes install Safari for you, though, when you download iTunes?
I have no idea.
I think it does.
It'd be smart if it did.
I think it does.
It installs QuickTime. I know that.
I think it does.
I don't think it does Safari.
I think it does because that's what it renders.
On my Parallels,
I
have iTunes installed and I don't have Safari.
Not Safari.
Not Safari.
All right. Yeah, they're both. I mean, it's just rock solid. Anyway, well, for the last 10%, get off of IE. Stop using IE.
Don't use it. Wait for a patch.
It's bad for you. And then you posted this just moments ago.
Because we love us some streaming.
Yes.
Netflix has reached an agreement with 3 smaller cable companies for now. For the first time, that will let U.S. subscribers watch the streaming video service content as though it were an ordinary cable channel. So you and I actually are on one of these smaller 3 cable providers.
You can name the name.
I'm going to RCN.
Which stands for what?
Regional Cable something?
Network?
Probably
does. I have no idea either.
Anyway, it's on RCN, Grande Communications, and Atlantic Broadband. So users who have one of those 3 cable set-top boxes will be able to go to a channel on their cable box, and all of a sudden you'll be in what is essentially the Netflix app.
Okay.
Just on the TV.
Still liking it.
You need to have what both of us have, which is the TiVo box from the cable company. So you and I have TiVo. It's not a TiVo box that you'd go buy at Best Buy. It's TiVo from the cable company, so it's like RCN's version of TiVo.
Right.
So on our specific box, we have this now. I think it's, for us, it's channel 450.
Okay.
And basically, it's like, I feel like HBO should be doing this. It's like, instead of having HBO on demand and having to go through a whole menu of on-demand stuff, I should be able to go to, a channel and be in HBO Go. Like, here I am, I'm on HBO Go. And now I just navigate around as though, like, I don't need my Apple TV to go into HBO Go.
Right.
I just hit a channel and I'm there. I mean, why do I need HBO, the channels? I really only need HBO Go. And if they could just throw that on my TV, then I'm good.
Yeah, not really. Because HBO Go doesn't have... No, because HBO channels have scheduled content, whereas HBO Go doesn't schedule anything.
Yeah, but who cares? I watch what I want to watch when I want to watch it. I don't need their schedule. I don't need the 23rd time of Pitch Perfect. I'm going to watch it anyway.
50 First Dates? Come on, 300 times in a row.
I think this is a very interesting step in a direction that I like. You basically have to be a subscriber of Netflix, and you have to be a subscriber of these cable providers with the specific set-top box.
Right.
That's how it's going to work at the moment. And it has worked overseas. They've tried this in like the UK and I think a couple other places.
That's where the overseas are UK? That's right.
Yeah.
That see, okay.
So for those of you in the UK,
where you are,
so I think this is really interesting. You turn to a channel and boom, you're in Netflix, the channel, and basically it's the app, and you just navigate around. And if the navigation is better or easier than it is on the Apple TV, I mean, it's certainly easier for folks like me who don't have super remotes like you, where you just press a button and boom, you're in.
Gotta have a super remote.
Apple TV mode, but still you have to navigate to Netflix once you're in Apple TV. You got to go to Netflix.
But it has all.
I could just click 450 and I'm in Netflix.
Right.
That's
well for you it'll be easier, right? But I wonder if have you tried it?
No, I just read about it today because it came out today.
So I mean, I guess
I haven't been home to play around with
my issue is that...
What do you have an issue here?
Because mostly when these companies do these built-in things, they usually make them look terrible, and they operate terrible. RCN is our cable provider. We have TiVo. But like whenever they do like the video, like even the RCN's video on demand, is the interface and the way to get to it, even though it's supposed to be TiVo-esque, is terrible. It like stops and starts and it's like it flips around. It just doesn't feel. It feels so disjointed. Whereas, I know I'm an Apple fanboy, but when you go to Apple TV, that's what's nice about Apple TV's version of Netflix. It feels like Apple's TV version of Netflix. It's not just regular Netflix. It's different.
They arranged play a little bit of a devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
While the RCN version of Netflix might feel disjointed.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work exactly like the rest of your RCN. And I don't even know this as a fact. We're just postulating here.
That's all we do. Why do you listen to this?
The Apple TV itself is disjointed from the rest of your television watching experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's the same difference. You're still just discombobulating yourself by jumping over to another interface.
But when you're there, does it feel, when you're in that interface, when I'm in the Netflix interface on Apple TV with my one-click button to get over there, because I have Super Remote, it then the interface to go through and to pick and to choose and to search is good. Whereas...
I beg to differ. I mean, searching isn't great unless you're using your iPhone as the remote. Well, then you've got two remotes, not your super remote. You've got your super remote just to flip over, and then you've got your iPad or
definitely
your
put
iPhone
in search,
to search stuff. So it's not the greatest.
Totally the greatest.
It's really not. And your whole thing of like disjointedness, you've already disjointed yourself. You've moved yourself from one platform to another, one interface to another. I just smacked something by accident.
That chair did nothing to you.
Ow, it really hurt. Get out of your chair. You've already disjointed yourself. You've already moved from one paradigm to another. You've had to turn off one device, turn on another device. I think going just like, all right, I'm flipping through the channels. I'm in the guide. And then, oh, look, Netflix.
Right.
Enter or select. And boom, I'm in Netflix. Now, I don't know what it looks like. I'm hoping it looks like, at the very least, like the Roku or the Apple. I mean, if they're smart, they'd model it after one of those two experiences. I mean, without the remote app on your phone, the Apple TV searching is pretty
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
horrible.
Speaking of which, I'm going to throw another article in here, or another thing. We never got to talk about this because I was on vacay. We never talked about Amazon Fire TV, did we?
No.
Did we?
I
think we talked about it personally. We never talked on air.
No, we didn't.
I called this on air because there's a red light on yours. Mine's broken.
Mine has a red light. I'm on the air.
Yeah, so Amazon launched Amazon Fire TV, and the reason I bring this up, so they now have an Apple TV competitor. It basically is, they do a nice comparison at the bottom. It's $99, same thing. It does search via voice, Game of Thrones.
Through the remote.
Kind of cool. They actually have a game controller. Okay, kind of cool. They have Showtime Anytime, so that's something that Apple TV doesn't have.
Right.
But the one thing they just announced, and why I'm kind of bringing this into the story of like content and where content's going, they signed a huge deal with HBO. All of HBO's shows are going to be on Amazon streaming.
I saw that The Wire and Sopranos are already there.
So that changes.
Go watch The Wire if you haven't watched it.
That changes the spectrum of Amazon. Amazon TV was kind of like, and Amazon streaming was like, oh wow, you could watch, some of the worst movies ever, But now they're moving and they're shifting and having Amazon Fire TV, which I didn't buy. I looked at it. Don't.
With HBO Go, I've got all that content anyway.
Right. Well, I think what they're trying to do is, as an Amazon Prime member, it gets me a little bit because I get like all this stuff for free, which is why Amazon keeps you locked in, which I don't mind because I love their stuff. So I'm kind of, I'll just break down and buy it at some point. But then like my Amazon's going to sit on top, my Roku's going to sit on my Apple TV.
Yeah.
These 3 devices all sitting on, I think I'm running out of HDMI ports. I think Roku might get booted.
I haven't used my Roku in forever.
Because Roku's the only thing the only reason I use Roku.
Plugged in my Google,
your
Chromecast.
Chromecast is, but it's a different level. It's like because Chromecast is like this big.
I just haven't
plugged it in.
I just
like traveling with it because then I'll go to
that's what it'll be.
Hotel.
It'll be like my travel thing.
It's like your travel Apple TV.
Yeah.
Plus, it's great if you bring it with you. If someone forgets to have a cord or whatever, you can actually plug it into the HDMI and then push your screen to it very quickly. All right. Lastly, on the agendas, Dreamforce DF14 registration opens.
Yep.
And as we mentioned before,
it's open right now.
There is no more Dreamforce portal. There is now only Success. And so the Success community and the Dreamforce portal are now combined.
Correct.
Actually, the Dreamforce portal just disappeared. Forget that.
Yeah.
They didn't combine anything. They just killed off 3 years worth of content. And it's all now in the Success community. So when you register, you actually start from the Success community.
Right.
It's a little confusing because if you're already in there, there's now a thing that says, are you registering as someone who doesn't have a Success community, or are you registering as a Salesforce person? Anything doesn't matter. Registration is open.
Let's give some dates.
Yeah,
October
sure.
13 through 16.
Yes.
San Francisco.
Obviously. 300,000 people.
No.
Okay.
$8.99 is your price right now to register for Dreamforce until May 6th.
And for like literally days away.
Which is a week.
But we have a code for you.
We do. We have a special code, not the MVP code like in the past or like last year.
Well, we might have one.
We might get one of those soon, but we don't have it yet. So we'll give you another code.
We have our own.
If you want $100 off when you go to register, it always asks you, do you have a registration code?
That is true.
And you can use the Arkus registration code. It is, get ready, you got a pen, paper, write this down, EC14 Arkus. ARKUS.
EC14 Arkus. EC14 Arkus.
Yeah, like that. You got it.
You just gonna remember it. You'll never get it out of your head now.
Arkus. Done.
It's like those Sirius ads where they just keep playing they say the number over and over again. 1-800 get car junk. 1-800 get car junk. 1-800 get car junk.
Cars for kids.
That's Cars for kids.
One. So yeah, when you go to register, use it EC14 Arkus, and then you get $100 off,
and it goes
which is
up
always good.
On May 6th, it goes up again.
Well, until May 6th, so I guess May 7 is my guess.
When it goes up.
But it's still $100 off whether you're.
By the way,
registered
it's
now or
going to end
then.
up around $1,500. So get in now.
Get in now if you're gonna go.
If you're gonna
May as
go.
well just register.
I think what the problem is that people don't get approved. Like I know people's budgets don't even start till like July, so they don't even get approved to go. Yeah.
And the problems with the hotels.
The problem is with the hotels, although I've heard that they do them in bunches, and so like
they'll
if you
release them in waves.
and then the real secret is, don't do this, but if you want to, don't get a hotel, because apparently the week before, when people decide not to go,
they all open up.
They'll let them open up because people stop going, or you try your Airbnb. Because we like to stay in the same place and kind of lock in, we like to get in early and get our. So all of Arkus already registered.
Yeah, we're there.
Done.
We're in.
We are actually in.
That's it.
We're
in.
there.
But use our code.
EC14 Arkus.
Save some money.
EC, not Z, but EC.
Yeah, EC
14.
Yep.
So I probably could decompose this. Something customer.
I don't know.
Extra customer
Arkus.
14 Arkus. Well, 14 makes sense. Arkus makes sense. Anyway, Dreamforce.com. Go do it.
Don't know what EC stands for. We'll figure that out later.
It's not. I mean, all right. So let's do our CloudFocus app pick of the week.
Okay.
I have my pick. You're not gonna like my pick.
I'm gonna hate your pick.
You're gonna
Is
hate
it Contact Edition?
It's Performance Edition.
Okay.
It's Work.com Inspire.
True to fashion. True to form, I should say. I'm going to pick something I've never used, but looks super awesome.
Super awesome.
I'm going to name the company first. Versatile Capitalist Inc.
Why?
All one word.
Why are you gonna
Because they make tons of cool looking apps on the App Exchange that are like data utility type of applications, and I chose this one.
This is how you pick your apps based on the coolness of the sounds?
Well, no, not the coolness, just what I think is super useful.
Okay.
So Mass and Auto Convert Leads Premium is the name of the application.
Okay. I'm interested.
The price is $120 per user per year, so $10 a user a month.
Okay, I'm a little interested.
Now, what it does, and this is the big win right here, is that you can, from a list view, convert up to 50 leads at one time. Now, if you're managing, let's say, a big company, and you're covering a big company, and you've got 10 or 11 different contacts or people that you're talking to at that company, and you want to convert pretty much everyone at that company at the same time, that's a pain, right? You got to click convert on all of them and attach them to the existing account and all that other stuff. Now you can just choose them all and click one button, mass convert, and it gives you a nice Visualforce screen that allows you to choose the account, allows you to choose different owners, allows you to select don't create an opportunity for a bunch of them at one time, if you only need one opportunity. All the things that you get on the regular lead convert screen, you get on this mass convert screen, which looks just like a mass editable list view.
I like it.
So you can mass edit or mass convert leads. Now, I was really looking at another product by them, and I thought this one was cooler, so I'll give them another plug. I mean, they have tons of apps on the App Exchange that are just really, really cool. The other one that I thought was really interesting was manage multiple leads from a company, just like accounts with multiple contacts. So they have this kind of like this custom object called leads companies. So you can have this record for the company to store all the leads as children of, and then everything rolls up to the company level, but you're still managing the separate leads. And then you combine it with the mass convert, and now you've got like leads and lead company, contacts and account. They just kind of map to each other, which is really interesting.
That's cool. That's
so they have these two apps that kind of work together. They're both $10 a user a month. So if you go for both of them, they're $20 a user a month. But if you're really doing a lot of, heavy leads, working big accounts with lots of people, some useful stuff there.
I could see it. So recap.
Yes.
I have Mass Auto and Convert Leads Premium. Is there a not premium version?
I don't think so.
Okay. $120 per user per year. Versatile Capitalist Inc. for App Exchange. Interesting.
Yeah.
It is an issue. You have to go back and remember all the other leads.
All of them. Like if you have 8 or 9 people that you're talking to at a company, you want them all in your Salesforce.
Yeah, some would say, why don't you just convert them and put them into a prospect account? But whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
as a consultant, that's what I would say to do.
Well, maybe they're just not there yet, and you just want them.
If you're talking to 8 or 9 people, I'd be like, you're there.
Well, maybe you got them in a list. You bought a list. You know, there's plenty of reasons why they'd all be in leads and not anywhere else.
Good stuff. All right, well, you're gonna hate my pick.
I already hate it.
I was gonna pick the Amazon Fire TV, but I do not pick things that I don't use. So I'm gonna pick something I just used, and it fits every part of the CloudFocus app pick of the week.
Just by you saying that, I know it doesn't.
Well, CloudFocus, it's on our podcast.
Okay.
I'm picking it.
It's an app. Come on, what is it?
It's a pick. It's a pick.
Get over it.
And I'm picking it this week.
What is it?
So, the lady and I, my lady,
Your lady,
and I,
not the little lady,
not the little and I, we just finished up Sherlock season 3, as I told on the thing, and I'm literally telling everybody, if you need to go watch those, they're great. The actor in Sherlock is Benjamin Cumberbunk or Cumber something. I don't know. He's this British actor. He's
give the guy a
whatever.
Proper
he's but he's awesome.
Okay.
So awesome so that we're watching it this entire time, and we can't stop thinking about the movie we saw him in, which was Star Trek Into Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're not. This is pathetic.
I told you you're gonna love this. So
you mean hate this?
I know, but I meant by love it. Listen, you gotta get love into your life.
Keep going.
Just say I do.
Just do it.
Say I do. Say I do.
Go on.
I'm gonna keep going.
Go on.
So I am picking. So awesome. I am picking the Star Trek bundle. It's called the Double Feature Bundle on iTunes, which is both Star Trek Into Darkness and Star Trek the 2009 reboot and the 2013.
These the J.J. Abrams versions?
The J.J. Abrams versions. HD. You get both movies for $9.99. Purchased.
Stored in the cloud.
Stored in the cloud, and I was like, "That's the greatest deal ever." If you rent them, they're $4.99. So $4.99, you're literally it's $2 more, and you purchase them so you could watch it one more time. But it was great, and we watched one on Saturday night and one on Sunday night, they were really good.
What a life!
They were really good. Please, how many times you watched The Wire?
Fantastic.
How many times you watched The Wire?
Good pick.
How many times you watched The Wire?
I'm gonna download that app and use it to be productive with.
Wait. Are you going to mass auto convert leads? I've never used it.
Are you going to pick Contact Edition next time?
I might
when
pick
summer comes out.
I'm never picking
Summer 14?
I'm never picking Spring 14 ever.
Summer 14?
No.
Those Spring 13 exams are out. We got to take those.
Spring 13 exams?
Spring 14 exams, sorry.
Really? We're going to take them from a year old?
Spring 14. Okay. We got to take those.
Yeah.
Reminding all those folks that are certified.
Yeah.
Those exams are now out. I also read a little thing on the community today that the Summer 14 release notes will be available May 22nd.
It's just crazy.
So that's pretty soon.
That is pretty soon.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Because spring just hit us.
Anyway, before you read that, go watch these 2 movies.
Yeah, go watch Star Trek. Maybe watch Star Trek and then read the release notes. Or teleport your way to May 22nd, grab the release notes, and come on back. Can you do that? Can you travel into the future with Star Trek?
You're terrible.
Can you do that? I don't really watch Star Trek.
Okay, well, the new Star Trek is a reboot, and the way they rebooted it was they created a different timeline. So yes, so
but can you teleport yourself to the future?
No.
Really? You can only travel at the same time to somewhere else?
You're just sounding worse and worse.
I don't know the answers to the questions.
I know. It's terrible.
Seems odd.
Anyway, I'm picking it. It's $9.99. It's called the Star Trek Movie Bundle.
Okay.
It's pretty good. $10. All
right.
I think it's a good thing.
When we go back at episode 200 and look at all
That's not far away.
Last 100 episodes to look at all the picks.
It's the number one pick.
The top picks.
Number one pick.
We're like, wow, look at that. 175 was a bad week. He picked movies.
I'm sorry. I read a lot of stuff. I do a lot of things. I sometimes want to pick something that everybody's going to enjoy.
Okay.
And people who listen to this podcast, if you listen to podcasts, you like Star Trek. I'm just saying.
I don't know a thing about Star Trek.
Well, that's terrible. You should go.
Podcasts.
You should go watch this movie. It's good. It's $10.
I make podcasts.
All right.
I don't know about it.
Well,
wait. Each movie's $10?
No, for both. It's a bundle. You don't understand the concept of a
To
bundle?
rent them is $4.99, so it's basically the same amount of money to rent and
Well,
buy.
basically, except for $2 difference. But yes, basically.
Why is it $2 difference?
Because $4.99 plus $4.99 is $9.98.
So it's 2 cents difference.
Yes, 2 cents difference.
Or $2
I
difference.
think you can rent them for $3.99. It's like HD is $3.99. HD is $3.99. SD is $3.99. HD is $4.99. It's terrible.
Digging a bigger hole.
I am really.
All right, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. All right. Follow Justin and his great advice at Just Edelstein on Twitter. I'm on Jason M. Atwood. You can do Arkus Inc. Facebook.com/Arkus Inc. Success Community Group. LinkedIn. Google+. Also, remember Stitcher. I know we haven't talked about Stitcher for a while, but we've been watching the stats of podcasts, and Stitcher's getting a lot of play. So if you want to check out a new podcasting thing, I actually used it the other day for something. Because you can just listen to stuff. It's a little bit more like radio, less like downloading. Stitcher. Otherwise, leave a review on iTunes. We love that. This is Justin and Jason saying, as we always do, enjoy those cloudy days.